Hello and welcome to our new video. This time we're going to basically talk about toys because it's what we enjoy the most, and we had a free morning, so hey, you benefit or possibly don't benefit, depends which way you look at it, by seeing some more toys. So let's go and see what we've been buying and have a look around what should now be a familiar shop front for you. So enjoy your look round this time. So, toys to show you this one. We decided to talk about a few things that we've had in and also things that we like, because we've been buying things that we like. And very much the Dr. Dolittle talking, we'll get back to the talking bit in a minute. Mattel talking toy from 1967 very much falls into that category. It's just awesome. It's very, very big for a start, and it's super clean, original seal as well. It's never been out, never been touched, apart from me now. I'm just moving his arm. So but he's unused. The talking thing though doesn't work, which is quite annoying. It just whirs, sort of like you're trying to start a really small lawnmower. That's the sound it makes. Doesn't actually do anything. But it is so cool. They made quite a few toys. They were all, I think, pretty much. They weren't very successful, Dr. Dolittle, as a toy line, but the box artwork is all the way around stunning. It's one of those. It's one of those toys that are just. You know, you see things and you've got to get them, and the price is secondary. One of those really. It's something I really, really like. And the Dr. Dolittle range is very cool. They made a little the llama thing. I can never remember the name of it. With a small Dr. Dolittle as well, which came in a pack. I'm currently chasing one of those. A friend of mine that has one, so we may get that one next time. I love the strap line on the back as well. You can tell it's Mattel. It sounds swell. Well, if the sound of swell is a starting lawnmower, what are we now? Some 40. This is a Dennis Fisher Hugo Man of 1,000 Faces. We've had this toy in forever, mainly because we have to hide it because it scares small children. This is very true. I love this toy. It's really, really good. And I like the fact that not only when you bought this you could get Hugo sort of dressed up in lots of different guises and lots of different ways, of more of which I'll show you in a minute, but also you were encouraged to get involved as well. So in 1975 this would have been absolutely awesome. My mate had one of these and it was one of his favourite toys. Yeah. It's the Hugo Man of 1,000 Faces is, to men of a certain age, is a very, very cool toy indeed. So anyway, I'll get you Hugo now so you can see what Hugo's like. This is Hugo, a bit of a mess really, to be honest with you, but he's very, very cool. You could move his arms as well from inside, which is one of the things, so you could make it look like he was about to dive into a pool, play a small piano, but it doesn't really want to drop back down very much. But you also got loads and loads of accessories. Is that meant to be a chin? Yeah, that's meant to be a chin. So that's his chin, it drops on like that. Or it's a smaller doll's bottom they've made that out of. It definitely looks like a bottom. Anyway, I don't want to go down that route. Anyway, that's and then you got. You could wear a beard for yourself. That's you were encouraged to do that on the box. However, the sticky stuff has gone now. There's also a moustache, but I nearly breathed this in when I tried this out before we took this, so I'm not risking it again. Oh, I've got Hugo's hair up my nose now. Because I nearly ended up with that. I'm going to the hospital with that lodged in my nose. There's all sorts of stuff. You've got just some of them that are left here that we've got on this card. You've got scars and like little pimples and spots, and I don't even know what that is. Oh, red eyes, I think. Really scary, and cool glasses as well. But yeah, Man of a Thousand Faces is one of those toys. It's a bit underappreciated, but it is very, very cool. So yeah, we thought we would show you that as well. So let's, whoa, his hair's fallen off. Looks like my younger brother. Let's go and have a look at some more toys. So one of the toy lines we always seem to have in, because we keep finding bits and bobs, and we'll always pick them up because we really like them, are Micronauts. They're a really clever toy. The figures themselves are kind of awesome. They have very, very delicate hands, darling. Very, very delicate hands. So they're quite often broken. So we quite like keeping hold of the figures. They're also starring in their own comic at the moment as a crossover with all the other Hasbro toy properties. So you get G.I. Joe, Transformers, etc. with the Micronauts. And has this had an effect on the sellability of Micronauts? No, it hasn't. So what have we done? Yeah, we've gone and bought some more. Because we like that. We bought some shop stocky, unused ones. We've got a Gamatron with a unique bulldozer scoop for difficult ice cream. They're a sort of groundbreaking set in many ways, a lot of these sets. Just because there were so many bits reused from these for different toy lines. So later on you find bits and bobs of other toys, you go, oh, that's originally a Micronaut bit. So that's quite cool in that respect. And they're clever as well. And once they've been used, they go yellow really easily. They suffer with breaks, so they're quite a fragile toy. They're a bit underappreciated, but we really like them. So yeah, we've got some nice unused sets in here. We've got some nice used stuff as well. These are unused, shop stock, sealed. And we've also got our used selection here, and they're not very expensive when you compare to the other toy lines. They're not really that expensive. Baron Karza as well. If you want a bad guy, I mean, he looks awesome. Both to robot collectors and action figure collectors, he's amazing. But yet, still doesn't seem to sell. It's a weird thing, toys. I'm sure at one point it'll really pick up and they'll be bonkers and we can't get hold of them. But at the moment, we're quite happy that they're doing what they do because we get to appreciate them for a bit longer. So while we were over here looking at the Micronauts, we thought we'd also show you some of the things that we get in mixed bags. We bought some die cast and stuff that we do, and within that lot there was a bag, and that was the most fun because we found bits and bobs, not necessarily expensive stuff, but just really cool, like nice survival stuff. This is a Marks Rollerkins World Cup Willy. It's a 1966 Marks. It's a Rollerkin, so it's therefore the same stable as the 3 Daleks and the Batman and Robin that they made, which are really cool. But he was in the bottom of a bag and he survived, which is a nice thing. Not expensive, about 10 to 15 pounds. Again, Cherry or Crescent, I can never remember which. Always annoys me that, I always forget. Robin, in nice condition, hand painted little plastic figure with a really cool sort of bat base. You often find these about and people don't know what they are, but yeah, again, not expensive, but just a really nice item that you find in these sort of bags. In the same lot, this is made by a company called Luntoy. This is a rag. This is out of a little. There's 3 characters there were, and this was one of them. The other characters are a bit more desirable. Typical, I get the one that isn't as desirable. Again, not expensive. And within the same lot, you also get Elastilin. This is a nice German, I think this one's been painted at some time, toy from, this is it's got some real age to it, it's certainly pre-war anyway. Nice Elastilin toy. And out of the same lot, we've still got to identify these, but these are so cool. We don't know what they are. They're not for sale because we don't know what they are. But that's the joy of like just a bag of things. And every day's a school day, because I will find out what these are, and then I'll know. And then next time I find them, if I do ever find them again, I'll know exactly what they're off. But I'd imagine they're German, and I'd imagine they're out of a nice tin plate car, which you can imagine looking really, really cool in. So might be passengers though, because we're sitting cross-legged. I don't know. So we'll see. But that's the joy of these things, because then we get to find out what these things are, and I get to learn something, which is a good thing. So let's go and look at something else I do know about. So we just looked at something really old, now we're going to look at something quite new for us. 90s, Bill and Ted's 2-pack. We get asked more and more for 90s stuff, whether it's the Batman Rangers or some of the more comic-y type Rangers. And the Bill and Ted's is no exception. It's one of those toy lines that people do want to buy now, whereas a few years ago it perhaps wasn't. So we're seeing that age range where people now from the 90s stuff that they remember having as kids, they're now going to try and buy it as adults. But yeah, thought we'd show you that because it's, again, like all the 90s stuff, very nice and bright, and it looks good on display. Some of the things I'm fond of aren't necessarily valuable, and it's not really a toy, but I really like old globes that spin, because I had one as a kid. Mine was a light, with a little light in it, and I used that every day when I woke up. I turned my little light globe on. This is a tin plate one. I think this is a Chad Valley one, I think. Yes, it's Chad Valley. And you can often find the sort of age of it just by looking at the countries and finding out when that name was changed. So, you know, this one's Union of the SS Republics. We have, what else do we have on there? We have Yugoslavia. We have lots and lots of countries which are no longer called. Rio de Oro on there. They're just amazing to look at. You can spend a good half an hour just looking at this and seeing which countries are no longer there, and that way you can date it as well. So again, it's not really a toy, it's just something I really like, and whenever we see them we try and pick them up for the shop, mainly to keep me amused, because I can spend this for half an hour when I'm being annoyed. So yeah, let's look at something else. The other thing I want to talk to you about today was kind of shop disasters, because we've had a couple this week. Things can change in the shop. We had a piece of die casting here the other week. The price dropped off another item onto it, and because we basically made a mistake and sold it for the lower price, so often we have to take this into consideration. And then we got a box mixed up with another card. I was dealing with some Matchbox the other day, and that happened again. So again, we did things like that. Also, one of my things I've had in the shop, I've had this since I started the shop. I've had this. So I've had this since 2008, and this was in a cabinet the other day. We opened the cabinet, we slid it open, and it caught the end, and it snapped it in half. So this has all been repaired. I mean, it's not for sale anyway, but it's just one of the perils of owning a shop like this, is that sometimes the things that you sort of love get broken. So we've now used Tesco's soft scoop Neapolitan ice cream just to back it up on the back there, and Ricky repaired it at the shop, made a really good job of it. I wouldn't have been able to do this. I'd end up glued to it. That's more likely what would have happened. We've had lots of disasters over the year. Doing shows as well. We don't do many shows now. We used to do the Comic Cons and memorabilia. We've had all sorts of things. When we first started grading things, I had an R2D2, Takara R2D2. It was, I kept it in my collection for ages, and then took it to a show to sell, and it was right on the top of the stall, and we used to cover over at night, and in the morning we uncovered and it knocked it off the shelf and it smashed to pieces. I think 2 weeks ago we had a glass shelf explode in our Transformers cabinet, just for no reason, just exploded. Transformers absolutely everywhere. If you see our Instagram feed, you'll see photos of the results of that. It was just Generation 1 Transformers just piled up in a corner. Luckily no Transformers were harmed, but it took hours to clean, absolutely hours. So yeah, although we do have lots and lots of successes, there are also lots and lots of things that can go wrong with having a toy shop. Thanks for watching our latest video. You've been lovely. Again, you can subscribe to the channel, watch all the usual things. We've got our outtakes coming up in a minute, so stay around for those, because I'm sure they'll be quite good this month because a lot's gone on. No pressure spent. Thanks again. You've been lovely. I've been Joe. We'll see you next time. Oh, and P.S. Also, thank you to the lovely Mexican people that brought me these two wrestlers. Well, not me, but Ricky. Actually, I wasn't even here. But we want to say thank you very much for these. It was a really kind thought, and they're very, very cool. And not for sale either. They can stay here with us. Thank you very much. Oh, no, put too much. Oh. Exactly the same. Right.
That looks very precarious.
You just got to point at me and saying that, please. Right.
I'm sugar in.
Oh, flippin'. You shouldn't need sugar. Your teeth will fall out. And then are you going to chew your...
If you have too much sugar, you'll develop a catchphrase.
Yeah. Yeah, you have too much sugar, you develop a catchphrase. Yeah. Can you just drop the sugar packets on the floor, please? Like Tim does every flipping week. Alright? No wonder you have to hoover up every day, you filth pig. That's coming on the video. Yeah, they don't want to see me, they just want to see me. I'm just scratching my bum. They don't want to see me like doing anything good, they want to just see me making a video of myself. Alright, let's start the video. Do you want to put the light on me? I know you're busy. Shall I just tell you how to do your job? Because that's what Rick has to do for me.
But
You start referring to me as it.
I mean the lighting.
Talent.
The talent. The celebrity.
There's nothing I can do with
Celebrity.
Oh, the intellect. Try not to refer to Bruce Forsyth this time.
This time.
We can't mention celebrities in case they
Let's
don't.
try and
we
kill
can't preempt
it. Let's try and kill more
We
celebrities.
can't. No,
This
just
is what we
mention
actually
Fiona
don't like
Bruce.
though, because I really like Bruce Forsyth. I don't even think that's a word. You can send in who do I look like, and let us know, and you might win a prize. You won't win a prize. You won't win a prize. You might win a prize. You won't win a prize. But yeah, who do I look like?